This video is brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. Stay tuned until after the video to learn how you can save 10% off of your order.
Some states have
Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome to this edition of Burnt Rubber. Been a little bit quiet on the home front this week. Not really a whole lot to talk about. Of course, NASCAR filed their opposition to the injunction, which that was to be expected. So, not really a whole hell of a lot to report on that front. And probably won't be anything new until November the 4th, which is when the meeting is supposed to take place. But got a few things to talk about as the cat decides to get in the way once again. Butthead. But got some silly season news and a couple of cool nuggets that happened this week. So let's get into it. So yeah, this one wasn't really much of a surprise. Joe Gibbs Racing has tapped reigning two-time ARCA East Series Division champion William Sawalich to pilot the number 18 Xfinity Series car for 2025. Yeah, the ARCA Series really isn't a great benchmark, but I mean, he did win quite a bit of races while there in ARCA. I think he won 9 races this year in the main series, and won 3 races in the East Division, and won the East Division title for a second straight year. So, I mean, you can say he's got a little bit of talent, but needless to say, the Xfinity Series rookie lineup is looking stacked. Like, absolutely stacked. But that wasn't the only bit of silly season news that came out this week. Another guy that had been running in the ARCA Series, a guy by the name of Frankie Muniz. Who the hell is that? I'm just kidding. But anyway, he's been running some ARCA races. He's actually a huge race fan. And he has actually been signed by the Reaume brothers to drive their number 33 truck for the 2025 season. Yep, he's going to be racing full-time in trucks in 2025, driving the number 33. So best of luck to Frankie Muniz as he gets ready for his first full-time truck series season. Hey Siri, how old is Frankie Muniz?
Frankie Muniz is 38 years old.
Sheesh. That's pretty late start to his racing career, but you know what? He wanted to get into it, so better late than never, I suppose. Maybe he'll be the Harry Gant of NASCAR this time around. Nah, maybe not. But because Harry Gant was he was one of a kind, to say the least. But those are the silly season nuggets that came out this week. But 2 very cool things happened this week. Yep. NASCAR actually did something right for a change. The last, honestly, 3 months, I mean, NASCAR's just been embroiled in so much controversy and stupid shit that praising them for a good thing has honestly been kind of hard to find. But this is one of those cases. Bobby Allison has finally been awarded his 85th career victory for the Bowman Gray race in 1971. I think it was called the Myers Brothers Memorial or something like that at Bowman Gray Stadium. And what was unique about this race, it was a Grand National and Grand American mixed race. And Bobby Allison was driving a Ford Mustang, which was not being used in the Grand National Series, but was actually being used in Grand American. And he actually ended up winning that race. Well, the Grand National drivers were not exactly happy about that, So they allowed Allison to keep the prize money and the trophy, but they wiped his name from the record book as far as the race win is concerned. I may think, well, did the second place guy get moved up, which would have been Richard Petty? Nope. Until this week, it was the only race in NASCAR history that NASCAR's run in its entire history that did not have an official race winner. Well, earlier this week, NASCAR, because of the fact that they're going to be going to Bowman Gray Stadium next February for the Clash in the NASCAR Cup Series' epic return to Bowman Gray Stadium, they decide, you know what, we're going to right this wrong and give Allison his rightful 85th career win. So here was the press release that they released about that. So, Bobby Allison officially recognized as winner of the 1971 Myers Brothers Memorial at Bowman Gray Stadium. Record books reflect Allison as fourth on the all-time Cup Series wins list with 85. This was on October the 23rd, so this was 2 days ago. NASCAR Today announced its recognition of Bobby Allison as the official winner of the NASCAR Cup Series Myers Brothers Memorial at Bowman Gray Stadium on August the 6th, 1971. The NASCAR record books have been updated to reflect Allison in sole possession of fourth place on the all-time Cup Series wins list with 85 wins. For the longest time, he had been tied with Darrell Waltrip with 84 wins. For 53 years, the Myers Brothers Memorial was the only race run by NASCAR that did not have an official winner, said Jim France, NASCAR chairman and CEO. As we begin preparations for the upcoming Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, the topic of that August 6, 1971 race returned to the forefront. We felt it was the right thing to officially recognize Bobby's win and honor him as an 85-time NASCAR Cup Series winner. We are grateful for Bobby's lifetime contributions to NASCAR. Earlier today, France and senior advisor to NASCAR Mike Hilton visited with Allison to inform him of the news. So yeah, like I said, this is one of the few times this year where NASCAR actually has a legitimate W. And I'm glad they decided to do this while Bobby was still around. I mean, he's 86 years old, so he's getting up there in age. So I'm glad that they did it while he was still around, for him to be recognized finally for that 85th win that honestly he kind of deserved, because there was other races where there were a mixture of Grand National, Grand American cars, and other people in Grand American cars ended up winning, but yet they got to keep their wins. So yeah, the wiping of Bobby Allison's name from that race win just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I'm glad that that finally has been corrected and we no longer have to talk about it. And I'm pretty sure Bobby Allison's glad that he doesn't have to talk about it anymore, since he's now been finally officially recognized as race winner. So, a rare W from NASCAR. Well, if you're a Dale Jr. fan like I have been for so many years, this is exciting news. Because earlier this year, he got the rights, the trademark, to the DEI font number 8. After Teresa Earnhardt decided to not renew the trademark herself. And that allowed Dale Jr. to finally have control of it. A number font that he pretty much made famous. And he is bringing it back for the South Carolina 400 at Florence Motor Speedway in November. It's not exactly the same Budweiser 8 because it only has the two lines instead of the 3 black lines on the side, but it's pretty much the same car. And Budweiser is coming on board for this race because, I mean, it's the return of the Grade 8. You know, a paint scheme that so many of us loved, and it's a paint scheme that we haven't seen on the racetrack in 17 years. It really has been that long. And it's going to be pretty damn awesome to see him running at the Florence Motor Speedway in that red number 8 for the first time since the last time he drove for Dale & Horn Incorporated, which was the end of 2007. And of course, the much publicized battle between him and Teresa about him taking half ownership of Dale & Horn Incorporated and how that all turned out. And then of course him jumping to Hendrick Motorsports and having to go from 8 to 88. And I think he ended up running in the 88 longer than the 8. So, but he's back in the number 8 car for the South Carolina 400 late model race at the Florence Motor Speedway. And that's coming up in a few weeks. So, hey Siri. When is the 2024 South Carolina 400?
Okay, I found this on the web for when is the 2024 South Carolina 400. Check it out.
And I am checking it out. November the 22nd and 23rd. So, about a month from now. So that's when we're going to be seeing the red number 8 back on the racetrack. So, yeah, not a whole lot in the way of racing news this week, but two very cool little nuggets coming out this week with Bobby Allison getting his 85th win and Dale Jr. bringing back the red number 8 for the South Carolina 400. So I think that's pretty cool. But that's going to do it for this edition of Burnt Rubber. Thank you very much for watching. Heading into Las Vegas, or not Las Vegas, but Homestead this week. We have 3 races remaining in the Cup season. Season's fast approaching its end. And I believe this is the last race of October, and then we got 2 more in November. Martinsville and Phoenix to close out the year. And we'll see what happens then. So thank you very much for watching this edition of Burnt Rubber. And until next time, this is the PackerMan signing out. See you later. Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan letting you know that tonight's video was sponsored by Reaper Apparel Company. By clicking on the affiliate link down below in the description box, you'll be able to browse through many of their different wares, such as hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other cool items. When you place an order and you go to checkout, be sure to type in the code PackerMan and you'll be able to save 10% off of your order. Reaper Apparel Company. Apparel to die for. Hey ladies and germs, just want to say thank you for watching tonight's video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also be sure to check out my second channel, Isaac the Survivalist. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.